How come nobody ever tells you when it is their first rodeo? Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Jess Stoltzfus, that's Kevin, and this is Fantasy Foosball. Today we're talking about quarterbacks, we're talking about tiers, and we're talking about Kaijus and Mall Santas. What the hell am I talking about? Let's find out. So a lot of people will tell you, draft a quarterback late. Oh, that is sound advice. I do agree with that, actually. However, I like peace of mind. The kind of peace of mind that I can get from a kaiju. What is a kaiju, you ask? I'm glad you asked. In movies, it's one of those big, beautiful monsters like Godzilla, King Kong, Rodan, Mothra, Bob. In fantasy football, it's what I call the first tier of quarterbacks with rushing upside. Our Godzillas are Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen. They get touchdowns by the air and by their legs. And I want one of these suckers for two reasons, really. One, confidence despite matchup. Every week, doesn't matter who I'm facing, doesn't matter who I'm matching up with, I have my King Kong to fight their Godzilla. Because I want to win at every position. And number two, someone who could potentially save my week. If my kaiju goes off, he might just make up for the matchup if other people on my team falter. So let's look at some. Grab any list of drafted quarterbacks. It doesn't matter too much where you get it from. They're all pretty similar. The top 10 is not wrong. They're all good, but I'm going to make a change. I'm going to drag the greatest quarterback of all time down and put that line just above him. I get it. I just lost some of you. You're going, hey, I want the 44-year-old quarterback with the rushing upside of a dead snail. There's no way that Jalen Hurts is better than Tom Brady. I agree with you. I'm sure Tom Brady would tell Jalen Hurts to his face if he ever met him. Hey, how you doing, Tom Brady? I'm better than you. So what I would recommend doing with this list of kaijus then is to wait as long as possible. I want one of these guys. I don't care which one it is. I really do not. And if I do, for some reason, miss out, then I will wait forever. So you're probably wondering, if I have such conviction to get a kaiju at quarterback, why would I miss out on getting one? The reason is they exist at tight end as well. You're going to find that positional dominance in tight end, and the list is going to be much smaller. You already know who they are for this year. Kelsey, Kittle, Waller, and that's it. My ideal draft breaks down something like this. In the first round, I'm going to get a running back with a 3-down skill set. Then I'm going to start drafting wide receiver ones, as many as I can, until I feel like my kaiju at tight end might be gone, which might be really quick. If I can get a kaiju at tight end, immediately followed by a kaiju at quarterback, kudos to me, and then I'm going to grab as many wide receivers and running backs with upside as I can after that. Now let's just think for a second about a scenario here. Imagine with your mind's eye for a second, it's Monday night, and you have one player left to play on your roster. You need 30 points to win. Do you think you would get there with Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, anyone in that first tier? My confidence level would be much higher if I had a kaiju there to get me all the way. Now let's think about the bad. I don't get a kaiju. I've missed out because everybody else has the same strategy and I'm slow. Well, now I'm just going to get a guy. Late. Just any guy. But might be a good idea this year to stash Trey Lance because he is baby kaiju. Just like Justin Herbert or Jalen Hurts last year, you have a chance to stash a baby kaiju that you could use at least half the year probably. Now that's a crappy backup plan really. And the reason for me is now I have to draft 2 quarterbacks and I don't want to do that. I don't want to take up 2 roster spots on quarterbacks. I know at some point I will probably have to during the season because there is a bye week. I don't want to have to be put in that position from the draft. Last thing I'll leave you with is beware Mall Santas. I've spoken before about them. Mall Santas, for those of you who didn't see my first video, they are quarterbacks that straddle that line. They're on the border of bad starter or too good for a backup. This is the Gardner Minshew, Marcus Mariota types. There are not too many this year to worry about. If I had to warn anybody, I would say Drew Lock, Daniel Jones, Taysom Hill. And I know that's going to ruffle some feathers, especially in Giants land with Daniel Jones, but I just don't believe in him. Sometimes he has that rushing upside that can help you, or he may just fall down on the way to the end zone after he defeats your entire defense. I don't think he's going to be the answer. I don't think his weapons are there. I would not buy Daniel Jones. And that's it. That's my theories on quarterbacks and drafting. Thanks for listening to me talk about kaijus and Malsanas. I do appreciate it. This has been Fantasy Foosball, and I will catch you next time. Peace!
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
I got a tooth full, baby. A tooth fell out my head. It left me on the side of the road and I'm dead. Pick me up, throw me, treat me like a bitch. Yeah. I made that up. You believe that? That's funky fresh. That's for free, suckers. You got to pay for more. This ain't a game, son!